Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So straight into the action. Well, that is one way to stop him. Now looking to orchestrate a counter.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Oh, well played. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, can I bring Ousmane Dembele to your attention? He's been described as a phenomenon and one of the very best. That's high praise indeed, and we've seen some great flashes, but he still has a long way to go to fulfill all of that potential.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Neves. And that's a Thuram! Oh, he's hit the bar! It's a goal kick. Rodgers. Now it's Thuram. First quarter of an hour gone. Oh, that's well spotted. Potw are enjoying the lion's share of possession, but nothing yet to show for it. Rodgers. And this is Dembele. Decent chance! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. João Neves plays it short. And that has sent him sprawling. And the chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. It's their second corner of the game. João Neves goes short. And he's in on goal. Good challenge, excellent challenge. Borussia Dortmund are looking to go forward now. And it's Neves. Dembele. Tries to pass it through, and he's picked it up out wide. Cristiano Ronaldo. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Saliba. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. João Neves. Now Saliba. Great ball, and it's Dembele! Goal! Botafogo! Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Dembele really has looked sharp, hasn't he? I get the feeling he fancies himself against this defence now.
The first breakthrough.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
No way through. That's a good ball out wide. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Bellingham, and that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. The message is clear, none shall pass.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
And the pass is intercepted.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Rodri.
Potw can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Bellingham. Pau Kubasi spots it and intercepts. And that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Dembele! Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Potw clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
He's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Neves. That is good alertness.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Bellingham. Yamal is in a really good position out wide. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And that is the end of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Botafogo come in leading by just the odd goal.
Today's match is now on
There's
sale
plenty
in
of positives to
Stadium
take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps, that's not too much to ask.
Botafogo just about ahead, 1-0 at the break. So we're underway for the second half. Potw leading courtesy of the game's only goal. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Konate did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Good running, strong and purposeful. Looking for the run. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Now it's Thuram. That's tidy. This looks promising. Quality ball. Van der Ven did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
João Neves! Fantastic from João Neves! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund.
So we have movement on both benches. Potw are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
Boylan. 60 minutes played. Now it's Martinez. Oh, Red, nice interception. Pedri. Rice. Oh, this looks sharp. And Martinez! Fantastic from Martinez! A finish right from the top draw. And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Potw find a position of real strength now.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their man.
Towering header! Read the delivery beautifully, but got the finish all wrong. There could be trouble here. Pedri. Saliba. Now it's Doué. Borussia Dortmund couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Martinez. Aims beyond the... Can he finish? This is a gloriously greedy performance.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And here's Eze. Dani Olmo.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And it's Rice. Spence. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. It's a good spell of possession, this. Lovely pass. There's the shot! Yes! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Do it. Now Diallo. And that has put paid to that. Dani Olmo. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Picked out brilliantly. It's gone in! He's put through his own net!
I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
So a lead courtesy of an own goal. Rice. This is a promising build-up. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Martinez! Oh, terrific save.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
And there's a goal! And this is getting ridiculous, borderline crazy.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
Potw are having a ball here.
There will be
Shot a
15
goal!
minutes added time.
Ruled out the best in the keeper. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Dani Olmo. And it's Rice. And it's Spence. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Pedri. Doué. He has found the way through. Now it's Doué. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. So that's it. It is all over. Potw, just a thrill to witness here. Quick, slick, and such fun. You really would fear for anyone playing up against them right now.
And now,
Hoyland
to all
claiming the
members
Man of the
crowd,
Match award,
I'd like
and
to
there
ask
is
you to
very
join me
little
in
room for
wishing
argument.
Our birthday boy a very special
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and next to me, providing insights, will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Things already rolling. Thuram, looking for options for movement. Eze! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And it's Neves. Good ball, good take. Oh, he's having a go! They've got to be quick to recover this. He's on it, can he get away? And he can clear it away. And here's Thuram. Well read, and the danger is averted. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, the player Nuno Mendes is someone who's really impressed me as being a two-way player. Very confident, consistent, and always willing to take people on and get himself into those good crossing positions, and he can deliver too.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Bellingham. It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Yeah, they've been livelier and hungrier and looked the more likely to register first.
Yamal. Saliba. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Romero. And it's Potw. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Tchouameni.
Borussia Dortmund definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Swung over. Fernandes. Now it's to Ketelara. Eze gets a good foot in there. Stood up well to him there. Rodri. And here's the chance to counter. And it's Potw. He's found a way past. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Pedro Porro just loves to go forward whenever he can. Rodri. Pass somewhat off target. Yamal. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Martinez. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. That's a lovely, neat pass. He's in a great position here. Fernandes getting forward. Borussia Dortmund disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Tchouameni, and that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
João Neves cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Borussia Dortmund have a free kick. Konate. Yamal. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Yamal. Now, can they get him away? Potw do have a chance to counter here. Couldn't squeeze it through. And it's Fernandes. Bellingham. Nuno Mendes. Oh, strongly challenged there. Yamal. Well, that pass surprised everyone and not in a good way. Chips it through. Now it's Potw. And he's there to belt it away. So a temporary halt to the action. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
I think it's been a decent enough watch, despite the half stagnating a little, if I can put it that way, Peter. We want to see some of that craft we got to see earlier on in the game. Everyone's going to have to find a way to just up the standard again.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. We're on the move again.
Potw are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Well-timed, excellent interception. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Rodri. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Saliba. And Yamal. And it's Bellingham. Bellingham. Tries a shot! Oh, the ball's big chance! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And that has earned a reprieve for the time being.
Borussia Dortmund clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Martinez being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Yeah, better communication and
Chance for a shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Number 18, Lautaro Martinez. Number 13, Yamal.
They've played it short.
Coming on the field, number 10, Desiree. Number 21, Dembele.
Borussia Dortmund have the
50,
chance to go the other way.
Haaland. Substitution.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
That's been cut out, well played. Distributed tidily. And Potw. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Konate. Potw, perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Fernandes. And it's Pedri. Can he get it through? Good read, needed to be. Pedro Porro. He won't be happy with that one. Pedri. Doué. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Potw. And it's Neves. That's destined for the flank. Driven in.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
Rodri. Strokes it back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
Good running, strong and purposeful. Nicely weighted ball. Fernandez takes a shot! And the ball's come loose here. Ball swung in.
Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box.
And it's Potw. Potw. Just a quarter of an hour to play. There's a sharp little ball here. Oh, shooting chance! And it's in! Finally the breakthrough!
Well, you can see what it means to all of them. A frustrating game, but now they have what they wanted. And they're rightly pumped and ready to go again.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart. And it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund, number 6, Bellingham.
So we have
Number
movement
4,
on both benches.
Fernandez.
Potw
Number
have
14,
penetrated for the first
Pedri.
time.
Well,
Coming on
it's
the
better
field,
late than never, Peter,
number
and that's
22,
potentially decisive now.
Eze.
And the shot!
Right.
And the difference is still one,
Rabiot.
but only just.
Substitution in
Well, it's
progress.
certainly encouraging, Peter. At least they're going about things the right way after falling behind.
Now it's Dembele. Now it's Rice. Real chance! Rice gets it clear. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score.
Borussia Dortmund really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Potw. Rodri. Potw leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin. For Rice. He's having a pop! I think we're just about done here. Ahmad. Saliba. Looking to play him in.
Borussia Dortmund really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Chouameni. That's Eze. Knocks it into space. Saliba proves too strong.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
We are into stoppage time. Picked out brilliantly. It's Dembele!
Dembele really had a clever trick to shake off his opponent then, but he's left shaking his own head in disappointment.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. And that is a little undercooked. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Dembele taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so.
Chance in football.
So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Potw definitely came out on top simply because they were allowed to march through the middle. Something they jumped onto nice and early and continuously exploited.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.